Hi, third grade. We are here with a new shared read. For this lesson, you will need your brand new Reader's Writer's Companion book for Unit 3. Then you will open up to page 2. This is where our shared read starts. You will also need a pencil. If you need time to go grab those things and open up to that page number, please pause the video so that you can do that, and then press play when you're ready to start. The title of our shared read is Earth and Its Neighbors. Let's take a listen to the summaries in English and then in Spanish so that we can get an idea of what this shared read is going to be about.
Earth and Its Neighbors. This story is expository text. 400 years ago, Galileo built a telescope to look at the moon and the sun. In 1958, the first American satellite was sent into space. In 1961, Alan Shepard was America's first astronaut. Finally, someone walked on the moon. The Hubble Space Telescope was launched in 1990. People still want to know about space.
La Tierra y sus vecinos. Este es un texto explicativo. Hace 400 años, Galileo construyó su primer telescopio para observar la Luna y el Sol. En 1958 fue lanzado al espacio el primer satélite americano. En 1961, Alan Shepard se convirtió en el primer astronauta de los Estados Unidos. Por último, alguien caminó sobre la Luna. El telescopio espacial Hubble fue lanzado en 1990. La gente sigue interesada en saber más sobre el espacio.
The summary explained that this text is an expository text. Remember, an expository text is a text that teaches you facts and information about a certain topic. The topic for this week is all about outer space. Let's take a look at our essential question. What do we know about Earth and its neighbors? Earth is the planet that we live on, and its neighbors would be the other planets that are in the solar system. Read about how we have learned about space. So through this shared read and the other text that we'll read, you'll be learning a lot about outer space. Let's get started.
If the sun could talk, it might say, "Look at me, look at my sunspots, I am so hot." Without the sun, Earth would be a cold, dark planet. How do we know this? Thanks to the astronomer Galileo, we know a lot about the sun and the rest of our solar system. Telescopes, looking up. Galileo did not invent the telescope. However, 400 years ago, he did build one that was strong enough to study the sky. When Galileo looked into space, he saw the rocky surface of the moon. When he looked at the sun, he discovered spots on its fiery surface. The moon is Earth's closest neighbor. Galileo studied the sky with a telescope he built.
Our first question is going to focus on paragraphs 1 and 2. The focus is summarize. The question is, what did Galileo study? This question begins with the word what. So I know that it's asking about a thing. In the second paragraph, I read that Galileo was an astronomer and he knew a lot about the sun and the solar system. So this makes it clear that Galileo studied the solar system. So let's write that on the line. The solar system. Now it wants us to circle our text evidence. So let's circle this word astronomer. I know that an astronomer is a person who studies astronomy, which is the study of outer space. Our next question is focused on paragraph 3. This one is on main idea and key details. It says, underline details that describe what Galileo saw. What is the main idea of this section? So we are going to use the details that we underline to figure out the main idea of the section called Telescopes Looking Up. I can reread this paragraph and look for important details about Galileo. Then I can figure out what these details have in common. That will help me figure out what the main idea is. The paragraph says, Galileo did not invent the telescope. However, 400 years ago, he did build one that was strong enough to study the sky. When Galileo looked into space, he saw the rocky surface of the moon. When he looked at the sun, he discovered spots on its fiery surface. Well, I read that Galileo built a telescope and used this telescope to look at the surface of the moon and sun. So I'm going to underline those details. Rocky surface of the moon, that's something he was able to see. And then for the sun, let's underline that. He was able to see the spots on its fiery surface. So underline that as well. These details helped me to figure out that the main idea is that Galileo built a powerful telescope and used it to study the sky like had not been done before. They were able to see these intricate details on the moon and on the sun that they had not been able to do before. So, on this line for main idea, let's write Galileo's new powerful telescope. Galileo's new powerful telescope. That is the main idea of this section. Go ahead and write that in.
Astronomy, or the study of space, began with a simple telescope. But astronomers wanted to look at the sky more closely. They made bigger telescopes that could see farther than the one Galileo used. Astronomers still had many questions. Satellites, a step closer. In 1958, scientists launched Explorer 1, the first American satellite into space. It was an exciting day for America. Soon, many satellites circled the globe and took photographs of Earth, the Moon, stars, and other planets. They collected a large amount of information. Satellites even tracked the temperature on the planet Saturn. Scientists have learned many things about the solar system from satellites. That's why they kept sending more into space. Soon, there were hundreds of satellites in space making amazing discoveries. But astronomers wanted to know even more. That's why they found a way to put a man on the moon. Caption: Explorer 1 takes off.
Our first question on this page focuses on paragraph 1. This one's about keywords. It says, circle the key word. What does it mean? Let's reread this first sentence in this paragraph, and let's pick out a word that's very important to it. It says, astronomy, or the study of space, began with the simple telescope. So the words highlighted in yellow are our vocabulary words, but I'm also going to say that this is a very important word because if we don't know what astronomy is, we're not going to understand the rest of this paragraph. So let's circle the word astronomy as our key word. Now we have to tell what that word means. Well, in the paragraph, in between these commas, it explains what the word astronomy means. It says astronomy, or the study of space. So astronomy is the study of space. Let's write that on the line. The study of space. Our next question will be about paragraphs 2 through 4. So paragraphs 2, 3, and 4. This one will be focusing on main idea and key details. It says, underline important details about satellites. What is the main idea of this section? So let's do some rereading and underline those details. In 1958, scientists launched Explorer 1, the first American satellite into space. It was an exciting day for America. So this paragraph is introducing us to the satellites. Let's keep reading to find some details. Soon, many satellites circled the globe and took photographs of Earth, the moon, stars, and other planets. Ooh, that seems like an important detail. It's telling us what those satellites are doing. They're circling the globe and taking all of these photographs. Let's underline that whole sentence. They collected a large amount of information. Satellites even tracked the temperature on the planet Saturn. Oh, so not only are these satellites taking pictures, but they're also collecting information, such as the temperature of the other planets. Let's underline those two sentences. That seems very important. Scientists have learned many things about the solar system from planets. That's why they kept sending more into space. Soon there were hundreds of satellites in space making amazing discoveries, but astronomers wanted to know even more. That's why they found a way to put a man on the moon. So I think we have a good amount of details about these satellites. And what I've learned from these details, and it's even mentioned down here in this third paragraph, that scientists learned many things about space from these satellites. So let's write that on the line as the main idea of this section. Scientists learned many things about space from satellites. All right, boys and girls, we are going to pause here for today. Tomorrow, we'll pick back up in our shared read and finish the story. I can't wait to get back into the story so I can learn more about outer space. This stuff is really cool. All right, boys and girls, bye for now.